Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee and, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.com. And now, let's join the Coffee and panel.
Good morning to you. It is time for Coffee In on ON, AM, and FM on Friday morning, October the 3rd, 2025. Hi there, Joe Callahan with you, along with Rich Elaine from Post 85. Good morning, Rich.
Good morning. Good morning.
And we expect Melissa Murray to join us momentarily here inside the Coffee and studios. And this segment of the Coffee and program is sponsored by the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Visit them online at nrichamber.com. Give them a call after 9 o'clock when they open up their offices. All right. First thing, and I haven't brought it up all week, Rich, and I've been meaning to, but I'm going to do it now because I need another opinion. I don't know if I'm right, and I don't know if my fellow drivers are right. But let's get your opinion on what's going on. I'm driving in, and you've driven along fabulous Route 146 going north and south, and everyone's in their lanes with the Jersey barriers on each side and like that. So, but when I'm coming in the morning, okay, I'm usually to the left.
Okay.
I want to go do the flyover bridge. I don't want to deal with the lights.
Yeah.
Okay. So I go over the bridge, and there's Jersey barriers on each side of me. That's important to know. Okay. But in the right-hand lane, that's where the school buses are because they're picking up children to bring them to school. Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes the school bus is stopped, and the lights are flashing, and the little stop sign comes out. Now, if the Jersey barriers are not there, I would stop. But all of us in the lane, we keep going. Is that correct? Is that legal? Is that what you're supposed to do? Because we don't expect anyone to be crossing the street with the Jersey barriers
they'd
there.
have to jump over the Jersey barriers.
A couple of times, just to get to the bus.
Yeah.
So you don't expect people doing that.
Right.
And but what's the rule with the Jersey barriers in the road?
Well, I would think if everybody you got the Jersey barriers preventing
People
from.
So it's okay for me.
I would think so.
Me and my fellow,
right?
because none of us have stopped.
Well, if you do, you're probably going to have like
I got
somebody
angry
running
people
into
behind
you in
me.
the back and
Yeah.
someone run.
I don't want that.
No, and you're on a highway. I mean,
you're right.
And there's Jersey barriers on your right.
So I think I'm doing it right, but it's one of those areas I'm like, I don't know what the actual rule. I don't remember this. Well, driver's ed was a long time ago, but I don't remember they covered this.
If you get pulled over, you'll know the answer.
All of us, all 30 of you.
Yeah, I would think
I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I would think so too. I think if the school bus driver, like, it's had to have happened numerous times since school
and they
started.
can't, right.
So if the school bus driver saw it happening and they thought there was a concern, I'm sure there would be a police presence out there.
Hey, you got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And they can't stop the stop sign from coming out. Once you open up the door to let the kids on, the stop sign automatically goes out. You can't.
Yeah.
They're not separate from one another.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think you're okay.
I
think you'll be okay.
Okay.
I think you'll be okay. Just watch out. Watch out for the little munchkins that are trying to climb
over the Jersey barriers because it's happened twice this week coming in, depending on the time. And I'm like, here's the bus again. Stop picking up a child to go to school. Do I have to stop? Well, none of us. No one else is. But that doesn't always make it right.
You know what really bothers me about that construction site too, and hopefully it all clears up once they're done and the Jersey barriers are gone and everything. But it's coming southbound.
Okay.
And where you got, like, if you say to the right, it's for Sales Hill Road.
Yes.
And you say to the left, it's
go over the bridge.
Yeah. And it's man alive. I don't understand if you're going over the bridge and there is no stop sign.
Why is
or
stopped?
Lights.
Yeah.
Why is traffic backed up?
I don't know.
Almost to the Route 99.
You're right.
On one. I don't get it. I really. There's some guy way up front.
Because this, and this has happened to me a couple of times because I want to stay in the left-hand lane because I don't want to deal with the light.
Yeah.
Well, other people don't deal with light, and most, I love truck drivers, but they don't want to deal with the light either. And so now those big, large trucks keep trying to merge over. And I've let like 2 or 3 in because they're just slightly in front of me. So now I have to stop. Everyone else has got behind me's got to stop because now we got to let the 18-wheeler in so he can go over or she can go over the flyover bridge.
I have no patience for that.
But they're in front of me and they're coming.
Yeah. I sit in my car if I'm in that left-hand lane and I go, hit me. That's what I do. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I got no
patience for that. I hate it too.
You go in that right-hand lane and you think, all right, I'm going to get in front of all these guys going over the bridge, and no, don't be a dope.
But I'm coming along. I'm like just slightly behind the cab of the truck, and then the little yellow light starts to blink. He wants to come over. Oh no! And he's just in front of me, just enough. And he's coming.
See, I have patience for the 18-wheelers, so I really do, because my dad, God rest his soul, drove truck for over 50 years. So
okay.
I got a lot of patience. I know what these guys deal with on the road all the time.
Yes, and a lot of jerks.
Yeah, I give them the lights if they want to go and thank them and all this stuff. But I got a lot of patience for the 18-wheelers. They got a tough enough job to do.
The one I let in yesterday was one of those car transport trucks with no cars on it. They must have made a delivery.
Yeah.
So they were just completely empty, but they were coming over, and I'm like, I guess you can go.
You're bigger than me.
You're a lot bigger than me, so go right ahead. So okay, just more fun on 146, both north and southbound. I still have the press release, Rich. I hope it hasn't been thrown away here. There it is. This project will be completed. We got the press release June 6th, 2022. I dated it. It'll be completed 2026.
No way.
I'm keeping that just to see.
Got that
right from the DOT.
No way.
So we got another year and a few months to go to see if it actually gets completed by December of next year.
And then and something I really haven't quite figured out yet in the whole scenario, and I think it's because, again, going southbound when you want to take that, and I don't know, what's the main drag there up by the Walmart and
what's Eddie Dowling Highway?
No, when you're coming southbound.
Okay.
On it.
On 146.
I'm sorry, northbound.
All right.
I stand corrected. Northbound, you just go over the bridge. You want to get all the way over to the right.
Okay. To go 146A.
To go. No, you're going to stay on one. Yeah, but to go all the way over to the right, like heading over to the Walmart.
Yeah, that's 146A.
That's 146A. Yeah. Okay, and to go that way.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare because you only got like a quarter of a mile to make that move.
Yes.
So be careful. And then
there's a light that comes up very quick.
Yeah.
Which may or may not be red.
So so
you got to switch over and then stop.
I don't know who constructed that during the construction phase, but
that's the DOT.
They did a horrible job. Oh, look, the birthday girl came in.
Yes. Happy birthday, Melissa.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
29 again?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right.
It is my 33rd, 29th
is it
birthday?
really? Oh, okay. Well, that's great. That's great. All right. So, did you hear our discussion on the drive?
No, that math is totally wrong.
Was
I'm
okay.
not that old. No.
Did you hear us talking about the Jersey barriers and school buses and when should you stop and not stop? Any thoughts on? Am I doing it right, or are we all doing it wrong?
So I didn't hear the whole thing.
All right. I'm going on 146. Mm-hmm. I'm on the left-hand lane. I got Jersey barrier on my left, Jersey barrier on my right. In the right-hand lane is a school bus that stops picking up a kid. And they've got the stop sign and the flashing lights going.
Yeah.
Do us inside the lane, inside the Jersey barriers, have to stop?
I believe you do.
None of us are stopping.
Okay.
None of us are. I think we're all looking at the car in front of us saying, well, what are they doing? Well, they're going, so I'm going.
Well, right, because,
Now, Rich says I think I'm okay.
Presumably,
no one's
kid's
crossing
not
the
gonna
street.
Jump over the Jersey barrier, right?
That's what we're thinking.
But if the stop sign's out, they have cameras. And
I
they
know.
actually are like filming you going by. So are you all going to get a ticket?
I don't know.
Probably not.
I don't know. I don't know what the official rule is on this.
I would be. So I've gotten a ticket
for doing that.
Yeah. So
But are the Jersey barriers up though? That's the question.
No.
No.
Talk
Well,
about
all right.
diamond
So-
yourself out.
So, all
What
right.
I'm saying is like, don't be like me. So I thought. So they were going one way and I was going the other way, and honestly,
Oh, yeah, it's supposed to stop. Yeah.
I was so like that, but as I was passing the school bus, the stop sign
Then it comes out.
came out, and then I'm like, do I stop like right there, or
Yeah.
like I was so like already past it, so I got a ticket anyway.
I think you're supposed to stop as soon as the yellow flashing lights come on and before the stop sign comes out. I think that's what you're supposed to do.
are. Don't
Okay.
don't do
So
what
don't
I
be
do.
a Melissa. Okay.
So
Do as I say, not as I do, because I
So
got
if
a
we-
big fat ticket. So yeah.
if we have a law enforcement officer out there that is listening,
Next time I have police
Or
chief
a
Oates
I
on,
was
Well,
ticketed. Yeah, I was ticketed. I was wrong.
on the
Yeah.
Jersey barrier thing.
I
think
need to
it's-
know
yeah,
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Joe needs to know. He's
if I do get a ticket in the mail, I will let you know if I
Okay.
did, and then we will know. Right
So
there.
if it were
So-
me, I would have stopped, and then like probably everybody would
But
have
you-
been beeping and back
yes,
at me
you'd be
and
1,000
stuff.
cars
but-
behind
but
you, saying, "What are you doing?"
yeah. Then it would have
I-
been your fault for breaking in that. If somebody's
Yeah.
If there was
rear
a
end
pileup,
collisions
yeah.
and everybody, because they're doing what 40, 45 miles an hour at least in that lane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
be
so-
interesting at everything behind you. That would.
All right.
Bang 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 bang. I can see it happen.
money, money, money. Ching, ching.
All right. Red Sox lost.
Yeah.
Played one of their worst games I've seen them play. Was their last one.
Defensively. I mean,
Right, defensively. Oh, well, they also didn't hit.
horrendous. Well, yeah.
When
gotta
you
hit.
only have one player in 9 innings, one player for the Boston Red Sox makes it to second base, and that's it.
Yeah.
You're not hitting,
Yeah.
and that's what happened. And I don't know why someone didn't tell Jaron Duran and Cedon Rafaela and Wilyer Abreu that we're in the playoffs. And you need to hit the ball, and you need to catch the ball, kind of thing.
Well, listen. You had a pitcher for the Yankees last night.
Well, he was just out of control.
Was
so good.
just, and you know, and the sad part about it is that he was from Walpole,
He's from Walpole, Mass.
Massachusetts, and he grew up a Red Sox fan.
Yep.
But he seemed pretty damn happy at the end of that game last night.
Well,
didn't he?
he should have been. So they've got a bright future in that kid right there. An early pitch, pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
ma-
You know,
was-
he did.
You know, inning for inning, he was matching up with them. So
I mean,
and that was good. And then
listen.
they had a bad fourth inning.
You got a pitcher that early, it was ground balls,
Yeah.
and they just found the holes.
Well,
That's
here-
it. You know, if you're pitching ground balls with men on base, the idea of the batter, of course, and Joe, you know this. Melissa's going to learn something. When you got people on base, the idea of the hitter is to get the ball in the air.
Yeah.
But if you remember that inning, a lot of ground balls went through the holes.
Yep.
So
And,
you know, hey, that's the
yeah.
way it went.
The other thing that was bugging me, we'd pop up the ball and they'd catch it. They pop up a ball into the outfield. 3 guys converge, no one catches it, and the batter ends up on second base.
There you go.
I'm like, this is not going well at all.
No.
So anyway, Yankees move on. The Red Sox go home. And I haven't said this in quite a few years, though, Rich, to say I am actually very excited for next year.
Oh, absolutely.
The core group that's coming back, the players that'll come back that are hurt right now, between Marcelo Meyer and Roman Anthony and Tristan Casas are all coming back.
Yep.
They will not be hurt at the beginning of next year. So those guys will all be back, which is great. Abreu will be here. Rafael will be here. Navarez will be here. Pitching looks okay. We could use another good starter. That would be good. I don't think Story comes back, but I don't think Bregman's going to be back.
That's their big thing. They're wondering about Bregman. But
Well-
you want to know something?
Marcelo Meyer can play third base.
Yeah, well, then dangle some money in front of him and see what it does, But how much he did? I'll tell you what, he did not have a good playoff season.
Well, he did better than others. He at least got a couple
Yeah,
of hits.
yeah.
So, but I'm excited for next year. So, all right, you excited for next year, Melissa, on the Sox? Yeah, go Sox.
Go
Yeah.
Sox.
And the
That way-
Bruins start on Wednesday.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's what really matters.
Well, I've actually got my wife prepared.
yeah.
I really did because like the Red Sox, of course, were like 3 nights in a row.
Uh-huh.
And my wife likes to sit down and she watches a show on the 5 on Fox, and then she'll record it, and then she wants to watch it.
Okay.
She'll record it till about 5:30, and then say, okay, I'm gonna fast forward through the commercials and stuff. And so I had to remind her that the ball game was on at 6:08 the first
Yeah,
2
yeah.
nights, then 8 o'clock the following night, and so I said to her, she gave me this look as if to say, I don't like this. And I kind of turned around and said, well, I'm just prepping you for hockey season.
Just
because you're going to be a hockey widow, baby.
Yeah,
Again.
yeah.
There was actually, because the Sox started at 8, well, the Bruins preseason was at 7.
I don't watch
so
preseason.
So I flipped it on to Nesson to watch it, and I'm like, what are they doing? It wasn't the Nesson broadcast. Nesson picked up the Washington Capitals announcers. I'm like, well, now I'm learning all about the great deals going on in Washington D.C.
Don't care.
at some feed shop. I'm like, well, that's nice. But when I'm listening to these two guys, and I'm like, it's all Capitals all the time, and how great Alex Ovechkin is, and like that, I'm like, I don't like this. But I know why they do it. It's a money saving thing. It makes sense because it's only preseason. I get it. But I stuck around for the first period. Okay, that's enough of these guys, and then it was on to the Sox.
It looked like the entire team that the Bruins brought down to Washington last night. It looked like
it was their
all
B
the guys
team.
are going to be playing for Providence.
Yeah,
you know?
it was. I'm like, where's Pasternak? Where's McAvoy? Oh, we're not playing. I get it. All right, we're going to take our first break here in the Coffee and program, but more coming your way. On to more serious topics coming up in just a little bit. And the first segment sponsored Coffee and has been the Northern Rhode Island Chamber of Commerce. Check them out online at nrichamber.com.
First news, best music. This is ON
Is your
Radio.
relationship with your bank in a rut? Might be time for someone new. At Navigant Credit Union, we offer better rates, fewer fees, and support that puts you first. Don't put it off. Join Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So my sandwich shop was opening in a week and I needed signage.
A week is plenty of time to panic.
I went to Staples. They printed banners, posters, and flyers to promote my grand opening.
All in time for your grand closing.
Nope, I had it same day. I even got $125 off my order.
Holy onions! For all your business printing, Staples.
That was easy.
Now save up to $125 on custom print orders. In-store and online, same day if ordered by 12 p.m. Into 11/1 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Ultra, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Ultra helps Mike fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs, so he can wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
ON AM and FM.
It's Coffee and here on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here along with Melissa Murray. And Rich Lane is with us today as well. And you know, we got the story in late yesterday. We talked about it yesterday. Melissa, down in Coventry, that the solicitor resigned, and now the Coventry Town Council was slated to meet last night, and they were going to vote on whether to remove the town council president. And before they could meet, she resigned.
Yep.
And okay, it's just the latest development in a
Lot
month-long
going on down
dispute
there.
with fellow councilors of people not liking each other. And if you want to read all about it, Channel 12, the website, WPRI.com, has a very good story, and it goes back to March of this year of where things started and what happened and what's going on and who's accusing who and who's having affairs with who and things like that. It's just it's a real soap opera.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can turn things around in
I hope
Coventry.
so. It's kind of crazy out there.
It is nuts down there. Now, Rich,
Me? My turn.
Yeah, your turn, Rich. Because you were the correctional officer up in Massachusetts for a while. Did you hear what happened down at the ACI, though?
Refresh
Okay.
I thought I...
Well, 2 people are charged in connection with the sudden death of an inmate. Okay?
Okay.
Eric Carrera was found unresponsive in his cell on August 9th, and a powdery substance in his cell tested positive for...
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl is correct. Very good.
I kind of... Now you're bringing my memory back.
All right. Now, as a result of the investigation, another inmate and that inmate's girlfriend are facing drug and conspiracy charges. The Department of Corrections said there is zero tolerance for those who bring contraband into the prison. But it happens.
Now,
right?
you want to know
Sure
what made
happens.
me laugh? Not at my memories. You know
Yeah.
what made me laugh like crazy and on this whole thing is they interviewed the girlfriend,
Okay.
and she said, "Yes, I brought the fentanyl in."
Is this the one that had in her fake cast?
I have no idea, but she
That's
said
what I'm hearing.
I brought it in.
Okay.
And the inmate that received it said that it was she brought in tobacco for him.
Okay. Still a drug, though, right?
Yeah, but I mean it's contraband,
Right.
no matter how you look at it,
Yeah,
right?
right.
But the thing is, I love the fact that the girlfriend dimes him out.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right under the bus.
Yeah, what the hell? I'll throw him under the bus. I'm going down. He's going down with me. I ain't going to protect him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's yeah. But you know something, and the thing is, I was involved in the department finding contraband thing. Couple of times, as a matter of fact.
I bet.
And, yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of different ways that people can
Try to
get
hide
it
it?
in. Yes, I won't try. I'm not going to be.
Don't give us any ideas.
I won't give.
Don't get too
I don't want to
graphic.
be too
Don't
graphic.
get too graphic.
But there are. I've actually sat on inmates that swallowed like plastic bags,
Yeah.
and
We'll wait.
you put them in a room and let them lay down with a protective covering on them, and just wait 4, 5, and 6 days until Mother Nature takes its course.
Yep.
And and then you got the inmate in there praying to God that the balloon don't break while he's waiting.
Oh, gosh, yes.
So there's a lot of different ways
Can visitors bring in cigarettes?
No.
They can't bring in anything,
Nothing,
right?
no.
Okay.
Yeah, and you probably get patted down, wanded down,
Yeah.
right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's a couple interesting stories about. Not for
Okay,
not for the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. That's why I tell
I guess
everybody.
if someone figures they have nothing to lose, why not just do it? I'm here and I'm never going to get out. Or
I'm not going
Maybe.
to say the facility or anything, but there was a facility that were finding a lot of dead pigeons inside the prison yard, and they'd have an inmate go out. Of course, inmate labor would go and they'd pick
Pick
up
'em
the
up?
dead pigeons.
Are the drugs inside the pigeon?
What they were finding out was that during the dark night hours, that there was somebody from the outside that was stuffing the pigeons with drugs,
And throwing them over the wall?
throwing them over the wall.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what, they'd kill the pigeon, open
On
it
the
up,
outside,
put the drugs in, sew it back up, and throw it like a
toss
football.
the dead, and then they'd say to the inmate, "Go,
Yeah, go pick up those dead
go pick
pigeons.
the dead pigeons."
Gonna have
and
to-
bingo, there you go. Oh yeah.
Crazy
Hey, listen,
wild.
inmates. This is
Oh,
something I've always said as far as
They
being.
come up with wild things to
Listen,
do.
they live there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you go in there as a correctional person and think that not all inmates are dumb,
Well, right.
okay? I mean, you've got some you got mafia
Sure.
people that
Criminal
are doing time,
masterminds,
and
right?
You got gang
and
members
I'll tell you,
and-
and
yeah.
gang. They're not all stupid.
No.
And so if
And they
you
got time to think.
right, and if you don't think, if you think them living there 24/7, they're not thinking of different ways to
Yeah.
get around things. You're wrong. Let me tell you.
I was told a story. A friend of mine went to go visit someone in prison. This was in New Hampshire. And a good friend of theirs, and I forgot what he was in prison for. I think it was assault, but I'm not positive. But he went to go see him just to visit, and when he saw him, he got up and he was able to give him a hug. And the friend that was in prison said, "I really wish you hadn't done that." And he's like, "Why?" He goes, "Now I'm going to be strip searched."
Yep. Oh yeah.
Because they don't know. Maybe something was passed to me during the hug, and which they didn't
yeah.
see, and now you got to be searched.
Yeah.
And he
Thanks,
goes,
friend.
and the friend said, "I didn't know that was a thing, and I wouldn't have done it if cause he wasn't passing anything to him. I wouldn't have done it if I had known ahead of time." Well, you live and learn.
Then
Yeah.
you got these states that allow conjugal visits.
Yes, you're
And
right.
so,
Yeah.
Does Rhode Island do that? Does
I
Mass
don't
do
know.
that?
I do not know.
Honestly, I don't know.
Mass?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying there are
Okay.
states out
I know
there
there are some that do that. Yeah.
You know.
And
It wouldn't surprise me if California was one of them.
well, I
But
understand why that
Well, you can
surprise me.
you can get married to someone. You can
In
marry
prison?
someone in prison.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
then, and then you are entitled, if it is in that state, you're entitled to.
But the
visit
conjugal visits
maybe.
I've always heard is it's to basically it's to calm the prisoner down so they're not all riled up and starting riots and things like that. Well, if they have this outlet with someone that's willing, okay, they're a much easier inmate to deal with.
Well, see, that
Is that the theory? Is that what you're
Well, I'll tell you what, and I can go a step further with that theory. Is that they used to say that about like lifting weights and stuff for the inmate. Like
Okay.
Put all the weights
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the weight room
Yeah.
and let them pump the iron. They'll get tired.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
You know, they'll sleep and they'll
Yeah.
relax and everything like that. But then again, you had the incidents that took
But now-
place in Massachusetts.
Yeah, now it's a
Susan
weapon.
Baranowski 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Where an inmate just goes off with the weights in the weight room and pounds a correction officer, you know?
Right.
And that correction officer,
dangerous.
unfortunately, is still dealing with those injuries. So, you know, there you go. So,
Okay.
you know, it all depends on how much, how liberal you want to be, I
Right.
guess.
All right. Yesterday down in Warwick, a 5-year-old child, I think it was 5, has serious but non-life injuries. He was hit by a car, and then whoever was driving the car took off. I guess they had, or someone told them, you got to go back. This is now worse than
Yeah,
what you've done.
yeah.
So the
Never,
driver
ever,
actually
ever
came
leave.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
He left the scene but returned a short time later. And the driver is employed by the state police, Rhode Island State Police. Doesn't say in what capacity, but he is. And no word on charges just yet, but the boy is going to be, has non-life injuries, so that's good. Happened around 3 yesterday afternoon. He's at Hasbro Children's Hospital right now.
Yeah.
So
You can never ever stop, no matter how bad you think it's going to be.
I'm sure it's the
you,
first thing
like-
you think of. Gotta flee.
Yeah, I mean,
But
as that
it's-
fight or flight, but like,
Yeah.
if it's a how can you drive away and not know if that person, or especially if
I
it's
know.
a child, is
I know.
okay? Like,
Or do you think I don't do? And sometimes you hear people say this. I don't know. I didn't know I hit something, or I thought I hit an animal, and so what's the big deal? So I'm moving on.
well, I mean,
But you should look in the rearview mirror.
if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah,
you know, it's not
yeah.
like it's dark, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
The in my town yesterday, 2 people had to be taken to the hospital because they were all they were doing was out walking on the sidewalk, got hit by a car.
Oh my
Because the car
gosh.
jumped the sidewalk. I go, but they
awful.
they were in the right.
Yeah.
And the car, but the driver's okay, and one of the pedestrians, and both were elderly too, they had to put him, because he had a head injury. That's right. And they put him into the ambulance to drive him to the airport that we have in town, because that's where the Medflight helicopter is, and then Medflighted to Rhode Island Hospital.
Wow.
Because of his injuries. The other one went to Brockton by ambulance with injuries not quite as bad as the other one. But I'm like,
Oh my
wow,
gosh.
this is. And the driver received no
Was
injuries,
fine,
and
right?
he was
Because they're
fine.
protected by a large metal.
There was
automobile.
Large metal body that's around them. Yeah, so
There was one the other day too. I saw the video on a news station on TV where in Milford, Mass, there was a kid on an e-bike.
Yeah.
There's all this
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
about the
yeah.
e-bikes, right? Now the driver, from what I've seen, the driver was.
they were fine.
They were fine. They're all. I don't know what was it. A kid on the e-bike? I don't know.
15-year-old male.
Yeah.
Ran a red light, and he also. You know, you don't hear about this too much, but this kid did it, allegedly. He modified his e-bike, wanted to make it go faster.
Oh, okay.
Souping
There
it
you
up.
go. Yeah.
Now, I think these things can go 15, 20 miles an hour. And it doesn't say how fast he was going. I would love to know what did he get it up to. Was
Yeah.
he going
But you're
25, 30, 45?
You're supposed to follow the rules.
Well, that's right, you are.
You're
and,
even on a bicycle, like you're
Yeah.
supposed to stop at a red light. Like you are a vehicle.
he's been
technically.
charged, the 15-year-old, with traffic infractions.
Yeah.
He ran the red light. He
Yeah.
hits the car.
Can't do that.
Of course, he falls off his car. He was almost run over by another car.
Oh my gosh, yeah, right.
Because he's laying in the road. In pain.
Yeah.
But luckily that didn't happen. So
Melissa, I'm happy you said bicycle.
Yeah.
I really am happy you said bicycle, because you want to know what? There's a 4-foot rule, but I don't ride on the roads anymore because
It's too dangerous.
No, and I
right?
ride a bike. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm talking about 20, 25, 30-mile bike rides, I
Yeah.
take, okay?
Yeah.
And I won't go on the road anymore. No, forget it.
Go on the bike path. It's so
no,
much
it just
safer.
doesn't work.
Bike paths are much
and
better,
you think
yeah.
the bike paths are safer, but I went into that a couple
Yeah, you
weeks
did.
ago.
You did, I
Oh, my
remember.
God. And it's still happening.
Yeah.
It's still
Yeah, yeah.
happening, even on the week, even during the week when there's hardly
Coming
anybody
up on your
there.
left. Who's
I had
left?
in fact, I had a woman 2 days
That's
ago.
so
on the bike
funny.
path, and her dog leash was stretched completely
Yeah.
across.
Can't do that.
Oh, that's
Can't do that.
terrible. Reel in the leash.
And all I do now is scream, "Hey!"
Well, that's good.
I don't
All right.
use the
Yeah.
4-letter words anymore or anything. I've calmed down just a little bit.
Wow.
But yeah, if you start screaming farther back, maybe they'll move over.
Yeah.
The other situation sometimes on bike paths, maybe you come across this, Rich, is sometimes there's little kids. And they don't
they're
look.
kinda
And
right.
they're
Had one the other
they're
day.
just all over the place.
Had
And
one
you're
the
like,
other- this is
and we're
gospel.
talking like 5 or 6.
No,
they're all
I'm
over the
talking a
place.
kid,
Yeah.
right? The kid's on training wheels.
Okay.
On his bicycle. And they're going down like a little downslope.
Okay.
On the and it's the bike path down River's Edge, Blackstone, that bike path.
So those little legs going faster and faster.
And the mother
Can't keep up.
and she's running like crazy. because
she's
the
not
kid's
on a
about,
bike?
No.
Oh.
She's walking, and the kid's about
He's
15 feet down from
taking
her.
off.
And he's going left to right, left to right,
Yeah.
left to right, left to right, and I'm coming up.
Trying to guess which way he's going to go.
And I'm hollering to the lady, "Hey, watch your kid! Hey, watch your kid! Hey, watch your kid!" "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." And she
Well,
goes,
at least she
forget
didn't.
it.
At least she didn't yell at you.
No,
Oh, okay.
But,
All right. We're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More coming your way. It's time for the forecast being brought to you by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation.
Sunny skies today with a high of 71 degrees and a calm wind. Tonight, clear, overnight low of 50. Saturday's weather, sunshine with a high of 80. Sunday, sunshine and 80 again with calm wind. Monday, sunshine and 80 again. Tuesday, mostly sunny skies, high of 79. Wednesday, clouding up, showers are 70% likely and 71 degrees. And next Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 60.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where we do have sunny skies and 45 degrees. The Crohn's and Colitis Foundation has been at the forefront of inflammatory bowel disease research and care for over 50 years. Learn more about research, education, and support at Crohn'sColitisFoundation.org.
Wow! Can you believe Gators Pub is celebrating its 35th year in business? Maybe the key to Gators' success is our super friendly staff. Or maybe the fact that the chefs at Gators are constantly making some of the freshest and most delicious dishes around. If you've never been, come on down and check out our great lunch specials from Monday through Thursday. They also offer complimentary soup during lunch. Watch the Boston Red Sox on one of our many TVs while enjoying classic apps like fresh potato skins or our famous pita chips. Come watch a volleyball game and have a burger or one of our newest cocktail creations. Gators is located on Route 102 in North Smithfield, about 1 mile before Wright's Chicken Farm. Come say hello.
People choose cremation over a casket burial for any number of reasons. Cultural or religious tradition, personalization, simplicity, cost, and time are just some of the reasons. But only you can decide if it's the right decision for you or your loved one. Annette at the Berarducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center can answer your questions about the cremation process to see if it's the right decision for you. Berarducci Funeral Home and Cremation Care Center, Spring Street, Woonsocket. Visit ProvidenceCremation.com. This portion of the Coffee and program is sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
It's Coffee and on ON Radio. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray and Rich Elaine. And time, Rich, for an update of what's going on at Post 85.
All right. Very, very excited. Of course, everything's winding down. We haven't got the bands anymore because it's too cold outside to do the bands under the pavilion. We're running to the fall season. But there are a couple of things still going on in October. I'm going to start out with what's going on. I'm going to kind of go backwards in the dates here because what's going on at the Post first, right? So at the Post, we got the big thing is going to be Saturday, October the 25th, okay? On Saturday, October the 25th, from 4:30 to 6:30, the Ladies Auxiliary down there is going to put on the Trunk or Treat. And I think this is the third or fourth year in a row we do this. And what you do is you come down there and you get your kids all dressed up in their Halloween costumes. It's an extremely safe environment. We've got a large area under our pavilion, a lot of land out there, and there's going to be crafts and all sorts of snacks for the kids. There's going to be there's going to be a prize awarded if you want to bring your vehicle down there and you want to dress up the back of your vehicle and then hand out candy to the kids from the vehicle. Give us a call at 401-766-7585 down the American Legion post, so we'll know that you're coming, and dress up your trunk like to look Halloweeny, and then if you got the best decorated vehicle, you're gonna win a prize. But it's a free event. It's open to the public, and like I said, we're going to have all sorts of, not only candy for the kids, but I know in the past we've done like hot dogs and macaroni and cheese and stuff for the kids to have to eat and things like that. There was no charge for that. It's a free event. So, and it's been very, very well attended in the past. So like I said, get your little one in their Halloween costume on Saturday, October the 25th from 4:30 to 6:30 and have them come down and trick or treat in an extremely safe environment. And we have many of our officers are there, and the other entities have their people there. So we canvass the parking lot, making sure everything stays nice and safe. So it's a great time. I have one year I actually got dressed up in my Alice in Wonderland Caterpillar outfit. Yeah, and I was a big hit that year.
Did you bring your hookah smokes with you?
Yeah. But and then the other thing we got going on the week before, I've been a member of the Fraternal Order of Police now for better than 25 years. But we're gonna and our local lodge is going to have an 18th annual Beer and Dynamite Cornhole Tournament on Saturday, October the 18th. Registration for that is at 4 p.m. and the bags start to fly at 5 p.m. Player tickets, if you want to take part in it, is $30 per person. That includes all you can eat dynamites. And for non-players that just want to come and watch, it's $10. You can have all the dynamite you want to eat that night. It doesn't include beverages, so you're probably going to have to pay for your own beverages. Cash prizes are going to be awarded to first, second, and third place for the cornhole tournament. So once again, the American Legion Post 85, 870 River Street, Saturday, October 18th, cornhole tournament. So you can give a call down to the post at 401-766-7585, and you can find out a little bit more about that. Other things I always like to mention are going on things. The banner program. Okay, the banner program, if you've been through the area like between the post office in downtown Woonsocket and
the trestle and the bridge.
And the bridge. We only had 8 banners made when we first presented them on Memorial Day, and then people started to purchase them and things like that. And what we're going to do is make a second purchase. We probably got maybe about 15 or 20 banners that are going to be purchased within the next 2 weeks. And then once they come in, we've talked to Mayor Beauchamp, who's been extraordinarily helpful in this whole program. What he tells us is that as soon as you got to the banners, get them here. I want to put them up. So, but as far as the banner program goes, if you're interested in purchasing a banner to honor a veteran, the veteran does not have to be deceased. I can't say that enough because we're still getting calls saying, well, can we do this, that? Yes. let's say you have somebody who lives down the block from you, one of your neighbors who has a son or a daughter in the military, or they were in the military, they're still alive, and you just want to say, thank you for your service or whatever, you can put a banner up. Or if you've got a veteran that's deceased, you can put a banner up. The only stipulation is that the person that you want to honor on a banner has to have a link to Woonsocket somehow.
Okay.
Either have been born in Woonsocket, lived in Woonsocket when they entered the military, or currently live in Woonsocket even though they're out of the military or deceased. So if you meet one of those three criterias, though that veteran is eligible to have a banner put up. If you would like a banner, you can call down here at the radio station and say, have Melissa give me a call or whatever. You can call the American Legion Post, 401-766-7585. Leave your name, your telephone number. Say, have Rich call me. I'm interested in the banner, and we will help you out. What I'm being told, though, is that the deadline for ordering to get them up for this Veterans Day is right around October the 20th.
Mm-hmm.
I
that
think
makes
I
sense.
talked to Joe the other day, and he said he wanted to get it all wrapped up and try to get everything perfect, because October 20th he wants to make a final purchase. The banners are $175. The good part about that $175 is $75 of it is going to go toward a Veterans Crisis Program. So many times we'll get telephone calls like on it's not the VA's fault. Everybody likes a weekend off, but sometimes it's extremely difficult to get in touch with a counselor at the VA over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we'll get a veteran that'll need some type of assistance on a Friday night or Saturday morning, and they may need a place to shack up for the weekend, like a hotel or something.
Food, housing, whatever.
Right. So that's what we'll use that benefit money for, to help that veteran. And believe me, we don't just give the money out willy-nilly. We scrutinize, we make sure it's a legitimate claim, and so that $75 out of that $175 for the banner is going to really help. So if you're interested, I just gave you the information. Call and we'll get you a banner. One thing I always like to mention too is the courtesy car, the Veterans Courtesy Car, where we take veterans to their medical appointments at the VA or private medical appointments out of American Legion Post 85, independent from the VA. We have a Hyundai SUV sport utility vehicle, pretty easy to get in and out of. You have to be non-ambulatory. We can't handle wheelchairs or anything like that, but we'll pick a veteran up at their house, bring them to their medical appointment, wait for them there, and then bring them home. We do one trip a day. I can't say that enough. One trip a day. So when your appointment is, call 401-766-7585. Say, I'm a veteran. I need a medical appointment ride. Give your name and your phone number to the person answering the phone. I'm the duty officer. They call me. I call you. We set up your trip. If the date is taken already, I have to say no. If the date isn't taken, I'll say yes. It's pretty much that simple. And you hear me always begging for money for the courtesy car because how expensive it is to run and stuff. So what we are going to do is on Saturday, November the 15th, we are going to have a spaghetti supper, Post 85. All the proceeds from that spaghetti supper are going to go towards the courtesy vehicle. Of course, there are going to be many other things happening that day of the spaghetti supper to help raise money for the courtesy vehicle. So, come on down. It's only going to be $10 a ticket for the spaghetti supper. That'll be a nice donation. And I can't say it enough, every dime that we make that night is going to go towards keeping the courtesy vehicle on the road. It's expensive, folks. The car insurance for the type of transportation we're providing is not cheap. Price of gas is going up. When we first started this program, we were in 2023, we were averaging like maybe 3 to 5 trips a month. And then once word starts to get out, right now I'm averaging.
It's filling a need. It really was a need there, which is why I know that you did that.
Yeah,
so.
And it's averaging 12 to 15 trips a month.
So folks don't fall through the cracks and not
right.
be able to get to their medical appointments.
And I got people telling me, here's the way I run it. Okay? If you're a veteran and you call, and I said earlier, if that date is open, I'm saying yes.
Yeah, yeah. of
Okay?
course.
And then I'm working on getting drivers. Okay? I've had people tell me, well, what you should do is wait till you have a driver, then say yes. No, that's backwards to me.
Yeah.
That's
I agree with
backwards.
you.
You've got, you've got a lot of pool of drivers.
You've got
to
a
pick
good
from.
pool of drivers.
Yeah,
You
but
don't have to
even
worry
if,
about it, right?
and here's how I can guarantee it, if I'm not on vacation or out of the state, but if I say yes to you that day, I'm the emergency driver. That's what emergency means.
All right.
I'll make arrangements. I'll make sure you get picked up. It'll probably be me, but that's okay because I'm the one that stepped into it, right? So, but that's pretty much all I got there, Joe.
All right there, Rich. Thanks. And we're going to take another break here in the Coffee and program. This portion of Coffee and has been sponsored by the Valley Breeze newspaper.
Since its founding, the Valley Breeze has been the trusted source for local news in the Blackstone Valley. Our readers and advertisers understand that shining a light on all aspects of our communities and doing it with some of the best local journalism makes these cities and towns better places. We believe that truth should triumph over rumors and misinformation. See valleybreeze.com or any of our 5 editions for more on how you can be part of this local news success story. The Valley Breeze, making our communities stronger by telling their stories.
And worldwide. Greatness is here. All 830 of our famous footwear stores now carry Jordan brand. So it's easy to score Jordan brand footwear and accessories, from hats to backpacks to socks, for the full family at a store near you. Famous Footwear's in-store fit experts will help you find the perfect style and the perfect fit. Because every day is a chance to make it famous. Come in and shop Jordan brand footwear and accessories at your local Famous Footwear store today.
Huge savings on Dell AI PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors are here, and they're newly designed to help you do more faster. They can generate code, edit images, multitask without lag, draft emails, summarize documents, create live translations, and even extend your battery life. That's the power of Dell AI with Intel inside. Upgrade today by visiting Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Worldwide.
It's Coffee Ann right here on ON. Thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. I'm Joe Callahan here with Melissa Murray and Richard Lane. Well, if you're out there in western Massachusetts, be on the lookout. Townsend, Massachusetts, which is western Mass.
Yeah.
A black bear entered the yard of a family, killed a goat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Apparently the bear tried to attack other goats and some chickens
Sounds like Western Mass.
before it moved on. State environmental police were called to the scene, but we don't know where the bear went. It just ran off into the woods. And they say there's no public threat, but they do urge you, if you see a bear, stay away.
Well,
Yeah.
that's not surprising out in that
I mean,
area of the
that's-
state.
right,
You know, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah,
if
on the
it's
Berkshires
if
and
it's
things like
running
that.
around through downtown with socket, then you're a little bit,
Yeah.
what's going on? But yeah, a lot of
But,
woods out there.
yeah.
A lot of
Yeah, you
woods out
chose to
there.
And if-
live there.
and
out
if you got
there
goats and
wanted to-
chickens-
yeah.
Meal. So,
Yeah.
All right. 2 people are suing the DoubleTree by Hilton Hotel in Boston because they were staying at the hotel and they were stabbed in the lobby back in December of 2023. The man's from Ohio. The woman's from Colorado. I don't think they know each other. But they were stabbed in the lobby of the Dorchester Hotel by a non-guest who just was hanging out in the lobby with a knife.
So they're suing.
They're suing the hotel because they say the plaintiffs allege the hotel did nothing to remove the man despite him being in the lobby for a long time. Well, it's December, and if he's homeless, it's warm inside the hotel.
Sure.
So that's why he's hanging out there. The lawsuit accuses the hotel of negligence and seeks over $250,000 in damages.
I mean, who else are you going to sue? You can't sue the guy that
Well,
stabbed
no,
you.
you're
right?
not going to get
So-
anything out of him. So.
Well, no, but if you're a hotel clerk, right? And I mean, maybe people just don't pay attention to their jobs anymore. I don't know. But if you're a hotel clerk and like you're behind the desk and
You should
somebody
be
walks through
who's
your front door
coming
and
and
they
going.
just plop their butt down on the sofa in the lobby or
Yeah.
something, I mean, wouldn't you just, isn't part of your job to say,
They
Can I help you?
There may or may not be a guest.
may I help you?
Yes.
You know, can I help you to your room? Or are you checking in? You checking? Ask a question.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how are you? You
Yeah.
know, I'm
What
doing
if it was
good.
December? I mean, it was busy. We don't know.
Could have
when
been
in
busy.
December, could have been
Christmas
holiday.
time.
Or
yeah.
excuse me,
A
are
lot
you a
of
guest here?
folks come
You
to
know,
Boston
guest here.
in holiday times, right?
All right. Well, this is pretty cool. Purdue University researchers will be traveling to the South Pacific. They believe they have found Amelia Earhart's plane.
No way.
Yes. So they're going to head out next month. The research team will inspect an underwater object that has been visible in photos from a lagoon that is located on a small island in Kiribati, Kiribati.
Okay.
That's the island since the 1930s in an effort to identify it. Earhart was attempting to become the first female pilot to circle the world when she and her navigator, Fred Noonan, disappeared over the Pacific Ocean in 1937. The object is about 400 miles southeast of Howland Island, which was Earhart and Noonan's planned destination. Wow. She was in the that would be really cool if they can find the plane and if it's her plane. Makes you
So
wonder
close
if
to
they
the destination.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if the bodies are still in it.
No way.
Deteriorated by now?
They must have.
Yeah, you would think so. But that would be pretty cool if they say, "Yep, it's definitely her plane."
Fish
So
food, I know.
Yeah. Now we keep hearing how bad things are in the city of Chicago. You know, there's
Yep.
killings every weekend and shootings and things like that. However, tourism is booming in Chicago. Choose Chicago, the city's marketing organization, says people booked 3.56 million hotel rooms just from June through August of this past year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It generated $949 million in revenue. And both figures are records. So people are still going to Chicago.
yeah.
The numbers were driven by, they just had huge events in the area, like Lollapalooza. There's a downtown Chicago NASCAR race.
Okay.
Lots of concerts at Soldier Field, kind of like what goes on at Gillette. And just people still have their conventions
All right.
in the city of Chicago.
That's good.
So
Well, they got the agents out there now too. So what you see, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the
Yeah.
Black Hawk helicopters circling over Chicago too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
Dropped,
okay.
like what, hundreds of ICE agents and
Did they?
on top of or around a apartment complex or some kind of living, like, people were residential complex and a bunch of people were zip tied, but also the unfortunate thing is there was a bunch of children that were like
Yeah,
caught up in
caught
what
up in
do
it.
you do with the kids? You're taking the parents away, like then what happens? The kids are
No,
it's just really unfortunate.
no, I feel bad for the kids. That's what I
Right.
feel bad for.
Yeah.
And
then what happens there, right? Like
okay, let's say.
don't know.
do they have do we have a plan to like keep the kids somewhere safe?
Yeah.
Are they gonna get reunited if the parents get deported? Or sent to some other random country that they're not even from? Like what happens to the kids?
See,
You know what I mean? Like what happens
Yeah.
to the children? It's not their fault.
Well,
they were brought here.
Here's the way I kind of look at that. Okay, and you had the teenager that was on his way to the soccer game.
Yeah,
No,
right,
volleyball. I'm sorry.
Right,
He was on his way
right,
to
right.
volleyball in
And they
Milford,
held him to
right?
get the
And they
dad,
took
right?
him, right?
Yeah.
Because they were looking for the father, right? Now his kid gets taken away for 5 or 6 days, and the old man just don't like show up immediately and say, "Hey, you're looking for me? Let my kid go." I mean,
There's been a couple of instances
yeah,
of that.
come
Yeah,
on,
right,
Will
right,
you?
right.
Come on. I mean, if I'm let's say I'm here. Let's say I'm an illegal person, right? And it's just the way I feel about it. And if I'm here illegally, and my kids are here and everything like that, I know what's going on. I know I'm here illegally, right? I'm going to do all I can to protect my family, right? Now, I know they're going to eventually get me. So why ain't I saying, I got to make some provisions here to either hide a heck of a lot better, right, or go back to my native land. That's the way I look at it. If you've got to protect your family at all costs, and if this is what's happening now, then your best alternative might be to take that whatever money they're giving you and say, put me on a plane, I'm going home.
Yeah,
That's
unfortunately,
it.
it doesn't work that way. And I feel really bad for the kids, some of whom were
Yeah,
brought
I
here
do
very,
too.
very young.
Yep.
Or they were born here, so they are
Yeah,
citizens.
yeah,
and
that's
so
the
then,
sad part about
then what
it.
happens when you have a little 5-year-old and he sees mom and dad get zip tied and taken away? Like, then what happens? You know, like, I want to make sure that, like, we have a plan to address the needs of the child.
Yeah.
You
All
know?
right. Another subject. What author do you think has the most banned books in the United States?
Stephen King.
It is Stephen King. Very good,
Banned,
Melissa. Very
really?
good, yes.
Huh?
The nonprofit PEN America recorded nearly 7,000 instances last school year of books being banned across almost half of the country, with the vast majority in Florida, Texas, and Tennessee. It found the most banned books were by best-selling horror author Stephen King, whose books were banned over 200 times last year. King blasted the bans on social media and suggested people read his books to see what all the, quote, moaning is about. The only thing I can think of is because they're horror movies and because they can get pretty graphic, maybe is that why they're being banned?
So what those states again? What Florida, Texas,
Tennessee, and Texas.
Yeah. So in a lot of places, and this is why Rhode Island passed the Right to Read Act, because in a lot of places it only takes one parent to complain. And they remove the book, right? And so in some places you'll say, okay, well, yeah, there's like 300 books that are so-called banned, but they've all been, the complaints were from like only 1 or 2 people or 3 people. So do 3 people get to determine what we get to read or not? So
Right,
I mean,
right.
you can't allow that to happen either, right?
My senior year high school English teacher, great man, Mr.
I
Walsh.
read Stephen King books in
and
high
he
school.
and he told his classes, if you hear a book has been banned, that's the book you should go get and read.
Absolutely.
And find out
Absolutely.
why.
Right.
What is the big deal? Why is this book being banned for whatever reason?
Like Grapes of I had
Grapes
to
of-
read
Grapes of
Grapes
Wrath.
of
Yeah,
Wrath,
that's-
and
that-
when
that's
like
been
what
banned.
junior high and like yeah.
I can't stand.
Crazy.
I'm not a horror fan.
Well, neither am I.
I am the biggest chicken.
Chicken.
I don't like it either.
I'll tell you what.
And books can scare you
And
more than
I
his
think
movies.
I said this. I think I said this on the air maybe a couple of months back. I can still. The thing that took me in was many years ago, when I went to see The Exorcist, and I can still see Linda Blair's head doing them
Spinning
things.
around. Yeah.
And let me tell you, that's it.
Those
Done.
are like
Horror,
forget
it.
special effects
God.
extraordinaire back then.
And that was way
And
back
it was
then.
really bad.
Yeah.
too,
Early
when you watch
70s,
it
yeah.
now.
I still, I hate recalling it. It
Yeah,
just
for me
scares
it was Poltergeist. For me it was Poltergeist when the guy rips off his
Rip his
face,
face?
and I was just like, ah.
Or what was the movie where the head come out of the grave at the end?
That's a Stephen King movie. That's Carrie.
Carrie.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
That head comes flying out of the
grave,
grave. It's
yeah.
like, oh, feet don't fail me now.
But you know it's a good scary book. If you're reading it, you have to close the book. it's getting too scary. I'll come back to this later.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out and look at the
But
birds.
that's a good book, right? You're like, you know.
So, a man in Utah has been arrested. Rich, he's called 911 more than 40 times. Officers say John Wayne Pickett used vulgar and profane language with the dispatchers and made reference to Charlie Kirk during one of his calls. I'm not sure what the reference is. They began days ago when Pickett first called to report an alleged attack, then continued to place 43 more calls over a 90-minute time period.
Oh my gosh.
He's charged with emergency reporting abuse, electronic communication harassment, and intoxication, where police finally tracked him down to an area storage unit. They say Pickett had a beer in one hand and a phone connected to 911 in the other.
And he is nuts.
Jamming up the lines.
Yes.
And he is nuts.
Because he's angry about something.
Something.
No, he's nuts.
All right. The latest in medical news. And I'll have to think about this. You may want to think twice about nail biting. Medical experts say biting your nails can increase the risk of infection. Dr. Shilpi Katarpal, a dermatologist for the Cleveland Clinic, says nail biting can cause small injuries around the nail, allowing bacteria, viruses, and fungi to enter. She adds that chronic nail biting can change how nails grow and can lead to ridges and hangnails. She recommends checking in with a dermatologist for nail biting related issues.
You know, if you are an adult and you've been biting your nails your entire life, it's
You're not gonna
really
stop.
hard to stop, and you are probably not going to stop.
I never picked up that bad habit.
That's good. I haven't.
Yep, I
and,
have.
And I can remember as a kid, biting your nails and then going to eat an orange, and then this part of the orange gets into the cuts in your nails.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about painful.
So my parents tried to scare me out of biting my nails.
How?
They said my dad said that I was going to get tapeworm, and that they were going to have to like pull it out of my throat, and I just the germs and everything. And I was just like, okay, chomp 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 chomp. Like it never worked. Right?
You're making me more nervous, Dad.
It's an OCD thing, and it's bad.
It is
but
an OCD
you
thing.
can't stop.
Yeah, we got somebody hanging by the door.
I
there.
know. Look, kick him out, will you, Rich?
Okay, get out of here.
Take care of him.
Back to your Townsend thing. And Townsend is just
Western Mass.
It's
Yeah.
near Fitchburg. It's on like the New Hampshire.
Oh no. Okay, so northwest
Yeah.
kind of here. Okay.
And if the police
Thanks,
came
Steve.
and they
Yes.
saw the sign, they would have known because the sign said "Bear left."
It's a long setup for a lousy joke. All right. Thanks very much for listening in, everyone. That's always appreciated. Melissa, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
And a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
And Rich Lane, thanks for being here.
Order your banner program, folks. Honor somebody in the military.
Very good. I'm Joe Callahan. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay tuned for Gary Smith and the crew. Do your members coming up after the 9 o'clock news on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.